For today's 6-minute makeover, we're looking at Bestowed Essentials, a zero-waste beauty shop here on Etsy. Our seller has a consistent conversion rate of 2%, which is excellent, and it's exactly what you should be shooting for. Now that she has her conversion rate down and working, she wants to know what she can do to double her views. Because if you add more traffic, the sales will increase as well. So let's talk about what it takes to increase your views. There are 3 specific things that our seller and lots of other sellers could do over a period of time, like say 3 months. Remember that views are not instant unless you're doing things like correcting photos, so it's important to be patient here. With our seller, we're going to start with the lowest hanging fruit, which is actually photos. Photos are the customer's first impression, and if something's not quite right here, you're not going to get the clicks in the first place. Remember that your items are going to be appearing right next to competitors' items, so you really need to have the clickable thumbnail. Now, these photos are absolutely beautiful, and you might be thinking, Jenny, there's like nothing that can be fixed about these. But the reality is that there's subtle things going on here that aren't clearly communicating to the customer what this item is. For example, our image here is cleansing grains, but this is actually the bottom of the bottle, so it's not entirely clear what I'm getting. Let's put this picture next to one from another seller who's also selling something similar. Take a look at the difference. What do you see here? Which one would you click on? Which image is clearer for you? We've got this going on at another point in her shop too. We have a sensual bath soak here, and the listing image isn't completely clear. If I put this next to one of her competitors' images, do you know what this item is? Which one would you click on? Which one makes it super clear what you're getting? Little things like this keep customers from clicking on your items because if they don't know what it is, they're just going to scroll right past it. You have a split second to get their attention with images, so make sure you're doing your best to make it crystal clear what you're selling from the outset. This is true for the inside photos too. Let's take a look at her other photo. Now we have a few more photos showing this item in use and the different colors. Remember that you're being compared to your nearest competitor, so look through their photos as well. Make sure that your item is clearly illustrating why they should pick your product over somebody else's. That can be as simple as adding a listing photo that shows a picture of a glowing 5-star review that clearly states why this product is so good. It can talk about the benefits of the product. Here she's zero waste, which is rare. That's a big deal. She's also vegan. So putting the features and benefits of your product in these listing photos, even if you can't illustrate them and you have to create a text-based listing image, will still give you an upper hand when it comes to your competitors. Okay, so we talked about photos. What's next? What can get you those views faster? So have you noticed on Etsy recently that when you search, there's actually a special offer box now that says on sale? You can click this and all the items that are on sale will come up for you. And here's the thing, buyers use this a lot. So one of the things that you can always do to get your item showing up in more searches is to put your items on sale. A lot of people don't like the sale option because you're constantly discounting your items, but the best way to hold a sale is actually to make it so that there is a minimum amount needed to make a purchase. So if you look at your sales manager, you'll actually be able to create a special offer like this. If you just go ahead and create a coupon, you can do a percentage off, and you need to have an order total minimum to qualify. So in my shop, the items that I sell are between $7 and $16. So if I wanted somebody to buy more than one, I would have to put in an amount above 16 in order to get my customer to buy 2 of something. I could just put $17 as the order total, and then once they hit that $17 total, they'll get the percentage off. This is a great way to test whether you can boost your traffic with a small sale without discounting all your low-cost items. I just usually do a duration of 2 to 4 weeks on a sale like this, and I see if people actually start using it, and I look to see if my traffic has been upped a little bit. Okay, for this last one, I say this all the time, I'm an Etsy broken record. but there are a lot of items on Etsy. Just a quick search for bath, not even something specific to her, yields 239,000 items. Our seller has 33 items in her shop. Adding more products will always help you come up in more searches, no matter the size of your shop. But in the case of our seller, it's really necessary. Since we already know her items are converting well, it would be easy for her to create what I call a keystone item. This is an item that you create that gets a lot of traffic on Etsy. For whatever reason, it's just really popular and it gets the majority of your views. When that happens, your keystone item brings views to the rest of your shop, because basically what's going on is people are clicking on your super popular item that's performing very, very well in search, and they're winding up exploring your shop as well. So having a keystone item will not only boost your traffic in a big way for that single item, but it will also boost the traffic and sales for your entire shop. It's like a domino effect. So there's no magical formula for creating a keystone item, but the more items that you create, the more likely you are to wind up with a keystone item. It's simple math. Eventually, you will make something that will become popular in your niche. So creating more items is really, really vital here for our seller today. Not only because she doesn't have enough items in her shop, but also with the holiday season coming, this can only give her a huge boost and make it even more likely that she gets a keystone item. Now, one thing I know a lot of people are going to ask here is, hey Jenny, can't she mess with her SEO? Yes, there are some things here that could be better, but here's the deal. If you are getting a 2% conversion rate, which is really good and it's exactly what you're shooting for, do not mess with your SEO. When you mess with your SEO, Etsy doesn't understand what your items are for a minute. So oftentimes people see a crash. So if something is selling, do not mess with the SEO, even if it could be better. I would not mess with this seller's SEO since she's making regular sales as it is. As long as you're making sales, SEO is off limits for that item. So that's today's 6-minute makeover. Thanks so much for watching.